So this is going to be my setup video for the foreseeable future. So let's just go ahead and just run through all of this. We'll just zoom in slowly. So now I'm actually at the desk. Here is everything we have. These tabletops here, we got two of these from Amazon. They cost about £90 for the pair, so about £45 each. But let's keep moving on to these two things. These two things, or these three things in fact, I probably use these every single day. Obviously we have the cup holder for when I've got drinks. I use this fan either when I'm playing video games or if it gets too hot, because I lean it like this. That way it is cooling me down while I am sat at the desk, and it's also cooling down my hands and everything like that, so it's a lot easier to use. Moving on, these are quite a big thing at the moment. These are Himalayan salt lamps. These are meant to have health benefits, but I'm not really too sure if they actually do or not, but they do look quite cool when they're lit. I'll just turn it on. As you guys can see, it's got like a little orange tint and an orange glow to it, which is quite cool. I mainly use this at night time. I'll just turn off all the lights at the end of this video so you guys can see what it looks like at night time. But for now, let's put this back here. Let's turn it off. Let's turn the lamp on. So moving on to the main part of the setup, as you guys can see, I'll just do a quick shot. Mind that that blodge in the top corner there. I did have a headset hanger there, but it ripped off the wall and it took pretty much everything with it. But anyway, we have two MSI Optics 24-inch curved monitors, and they are mounted on a monitor arm, and that's how we have got like it all going from here to that side. The microphone I use, it's quite bad, to be honest. It's a Blue Snowball. I have been meaning to upgrade it. I do want the Yeti, but I don't really want to pay £130 for a Yeti, when the other week I could have got one for half that price off Amazon. So I'm just waiting for the price to go down a little bit, because £130 is a decent amount of money, especially for a microphone. On top of that, we have a webcam, which we don't really use. Disregard the wallpaper. We're in the process of trying to move house, so we've just not decorated yet. Because we will have to decorate again on the time when we leave, so that is why it's basically a mismatch, because we ripped it all down because we was meant to move, and then that fell through, so now we're kind of stuck with blank walls. These speakers are probably one of the best purchases I have done this year. I got these when they were on sale for something. I'm not too sure why they were on sale, but I got these for 50% off. At the time, I think they were like £70, and then I got them for about £35. They had the Logic Z333s, I'm pretty sure that's what they're called. I will have links to all this stuff in the description down below. Yeah, but moving on to the mouse mat, the keyboard and the mouse. All three of these objects are from Razer. The mouse is probably the best purchase I've had. It's quite quick. It goes up to, I think, 12,000 DPI. 16,000 DPI it goes up to. But I normally use about 4,500. Mouse mat is the I don't even know, Goliath Extended or something like that, I'm pretty sure. I think it's called the Goliath Extended. It's RGB and it looks quite good at night time, especially when all the lights are off and basically you just sat here for a good gaming session. The keyboard is the Razer, it does say on the bottom actually, let's have a look. So for the keyboard, it is a Razer Ornator V2 keyboard. So all I use for this keyboard is these keys here, and for a lot of my other games I do have a controller what I play with. But moving on to the cable management, as you guys can see, I use these cable sleeves for all my cables, and then they just go under the desk. I'll just show you that quickly. They go under the desk and everything goes basically into that rack there. I also have a little USB adapter thing here where I can have 4 more USBs, which is quite good. Comes in quite clutch as well, to be honest. So moving on to this side, we do have a Razer Kraken headset. It's 7.1 surround sound. That is the main reason I bought it, and it's quite cheap for the price. I think it costs like $40 or £40, something like that. The headset mount, a big glass skull. This was actually a gift from my wife. It's probably one of the best things I've ever got, actually, to be honest. Also a controller. Like I said, I use this for the majority of my games, whether that is Fallout, the Call of Duty beta I've used it on, stuff like that really, just all my games I play. If I don't want to use a keyboard or mouse, I use this controller, especially for Fallout. Fallout's sick. I use it for the building because the keys for the building with the keyboard and mouse are quite ridiculous compared to controller. I've got this little rage quit thing. This is quite a cool gift for myself. I did get kind of ripped off for this though. This cost me like £9 or £10, and I'm pretty sure it was meant to come with a frame, but I had to repurpose a frame what we already used on other stuff, and that is why it is in there. But it looks quite cool. So this is what the setup looks like at night time. As you guys can see, it does look a lot better at night time. The main part of my setup is the actual PC itself. Let me just move this monitor out of the way. If you guys can see me in the reflection, just ignore that and just take your eyes and look at the PC. So inside here, I'll run down the specs here in a second. I just want to give you guys a quick little kind of B-roll footage of it. It's not really too bad, to be honest. So basically inside this PC we have the AMD Wraith Prism cooler. So the processor we have is a Ryzen 7 3700X. The motherboard we have is a B450 Asus Prime motherboard. That is fully ATX as well. For the graphics card, we have a GeForce RTX 3050, 8GB of VRAM. We also have 32GB of Vengeance LPX RAM. For my white cable extenders, I'm not really too sure what make they are. They're just like some Chinese make, but they did get the job done. Because I have white fans, these are carried over from my previous PC, these white fans. I thought it would be quite cool to just add some white cable extenders, and if I do say so myself, and I'm quite biased with a lot of stuff I say, these actually go with the PC quite well. It ties in the fans. It doesn't look like the fans are out of place with white cable extenders. For the case itself, it is Ion's Curo, I'm pretty sure. Everywhere on this case, whether it's this side, the top side, or the back side, it's just this gritty formation here. And a lot of air does go in. Like if I put my hand here, it's a lot of cold air. I have this fan, and this fan all as intake. Then I have the top two is exhaust, and then the back one has exhaust as well. So 3 for 3 basically. And as you guys can see, if I zoom in here, all the way in the middle there is a Samsung SSD. That is a 500 gigabyte SSD. This is where I have like my Windows and everything on. And then also on top of that, I don't know if you guys can see that, but at the bottom of my PC case, we do have 2 extra hard drives. One of them is a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and the last one is a 1 terabyte hard drive. One of them is a Barracuda and one of them is a Western Digital hard drive. And then rounding off my PC is the power. So for the power, we have a Corsair CV750 watt power supply. It is modular. So basically, I'm pretty sure that means you get all the cables actually installed. For the chair I'm using, it is a S Racer. Not really too sure who they are, what company they are. Main reason I got it in red and black is I was in a hurry to actually buy a new chair because my other chair was quite uncomfortable after a certain amount of time. So I rushed out and bought this. I think I got this for around about 108 quid. It wasn't really too bad. And that is pretty much my entire setup for this year, and probably for the foreseeable future. I don't really see myself upgrading too much more for my setup. I think the only thing I really want to get is a new motherboard. That is the oldest bit of software I have in my PC currently, so that is the next thing to be upgraded if I were to upgrade in the future. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe. It really will help the channel grow. Let me know in the comment section down below your setups, the setups you guys have and stuff like that. Let me know as well on where I can improve this setup. Rank it compared to my previous setup, because my previous setup is quite janky compared to this one. With this setup, I have tried to basically make it future-proof, whereas I don't really need to upgrade it. And if I do need to upgrade it, it's only maybe 1 or 2 things at once rather than a lot of things all in one. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed nonetheless. I've been Ben, and I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye. If you guys are looking around for your newest game, make sure to check out CDKeys.com, because they have the cheapest CD keys available on the internet for pretty much every game, even new releases. I'll drop a link down below if you guys want to check them out.